Welcome back to a corporate time.
As soon as we start, I can hear Javier outside with his weed eater. Every single time. It's like he knows that we're broadcasting.
And the dog's upstairs, too.
Oh, we have they're the hellhounds. We have two large hellhounds.
Yes. They bark at everybody coming in.
I bought those because we've had a few suspiciosos around the neighborhood, and we thought we needed to up security here. Javier agreed that we needed to up security here. You didn't even notice that we had some suspiciosos. So I ordered via Alibaba. I ordered 2 premium grade Alibaba hellhounds.
I've always wanted to say release the hounds.
Yeah, and we named them after Tom's childhood dogs of Satan and Sissy, or whatever.
Demon and Prissy.
Yeah, Demon. I almost got real close. Satan and Sissy, Demon and Prissy. It was very, very close.
2 Dobies. Redneck. Oh, God. The Holobox 3 are here.
Holobox 3. I didn't even know we had a Holobox 3.
Chef Pat, Eric, and Christina Holobox is here. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year, guys.
So, speaking of the new year, I know that it is event crazy.
My God. I mean, we don't even, we have to buy a larger whiteboard. We don't have enough room to even list everything. We know that you guys are probably hitting the road with, I don't know, probably 15 to 20 different things that you want to pull off. What's going on in the Holla Block?
I mean, just thinking about it, makes my eye twitch. We had a meeting where we're like, oh, yeah, we just have this, this, and this. And then, 20 minutes later, we're like, all right, well, we have something every weekend for the next 3 months.
I just looked at our week. I didn't even know. It was Thursday. I looked at our weekend, and I'm like, oh, my God, I'm working all weekend. Oh, it's a busy time.
But I always tell people that's how I want it. It's all things that we love and we're passionate about. Besides the fact that Hollerbox, focuses on Gemütlichkeit and hospitality, everything else we do is stuff we love. Like Pints and Paws is helping the animal community. Then we got Porch Fest, that's music and sponsorship. So the fact that we get to throw parties for beer and fun that also help things we love is just so awesome. And I think Porch Fest is the coolest one we got coming up.
Porch Fest is awesome.
Yeah, we are an official sponsor of Porch Fest. We're going to have...
I like to call us we're the Porch Daddies. We're big. We're the big Porch Daddies coming to Porch Fest. We're finally saddling up.
I hope that's new merch.
Yeah.
Should we get Porch Daddy shirts?
Well, we're
tops.
We're gonna have some musical acts at our Air T&D on the porch
and they
performing.
They did us well because me and Sam are such music hounds that they gave us all of the guys on our porch, and we instantly started Googling them, and we're like, oh, they're all good. Nice. Yeah. They're all really good. And that's the thing about Porch Fest is I've been twice, and I don't think I've ever seen an act I didn't enjoy.
There's no bad acts.
No, it's really not. And it's I want to say that it's 10,000 to 80,000 bands or something how many different, it's too many, it's so many bands.
Christina, tell us about Porch Fest, just so the listeners that don't know what it is.
Yeah, and we just got a text from the organizer. So the Hollerbrook booth is going to be at 5th and Palmetto and near Sanford, so we'll be close to the Air T&D.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool. But yeah, Porch Fest, I think we're 5th annual or so.
I think it's 5th.
Time flies when you're having fun. But a lovely group of ladies, all female-run organization, came in town and said they love music, they love the historic district. How can we merge all these things we love? And every band that plays at Porch Fest is doing it completely free. And all the proceeds from merch and sponsorship go straight to that organization, one, to cover the cost of the event, but then everything else they give out sponsorships for education. They also sponsor my theater for our summer camp program, so we can offer scholarships through there. So again, one of those things where your love of music and your community translates into things that make our community even better when it comes to arts and culture.
Yeah, no, 100%. And
you're an excellent speaker. My God, it's so refreshing to have you in here.
And the premise...
You were firing me up. I was like, yes, that's it.
There are musicians playing on the front porch of all these different historic Sanford houses, and you can just walk from one house to the other, and you'll get the schedule
with your
so
family.
Everybody
just walk over there and enjoy it.
And whether you want to put up a camping chair in the front lawn and watch,
bring your backpack chairs,
or just hang out, watch, and then grab a beer or some
your
food.
Bicycle around that you got and repaired at Bicicletta Bike Shop.
Yeah.
Man.
Like the perfect day would be go eat something at Hollabox. Then
this weather is let's just be honest. This weather is bicycle weather.
Yes.
My God, have you seen an uptick there of people man, I got to get out in the sunshine and ride around?
Well, and my golf cart's actually been out out of commission, so I've been walking to work every day.
Yeah,
and I don't
so
mind
nice.
it now because the weather's just
It's
lovely.
on the bike shop real quick. I don't know if you follow them, but somebody just got a custom WuTang bike that we got commissioned for them, and
Oh,
they
I'm
bought
sorry.
it through
A
BC Collector.
WuTang
Really?
bike?
Yeah. Check it out on Instagram. It's pretty dope.
Okay, I already follow them on Instagram, Bicicleta, so go and check them out. And WuTang Bike.
Yeah.
They're doing custom bikes now?
Yeah, whichever, I don't know if it was Specialized or whatever the vendor is. It's got a custom like black with the Wu-Tang.
I know they do
By
specialized
like the chains,
brands
it's got the
because
casuals, everything around me. It's got everything. It's really done
You
well.
might need to get you a WuTang bike.
And not to switch total subjects, but have you seen the Carol Baskins rumor? Like,
Yeah,
I was
Her
just
husband-
listening on the way in this morning.
yeah.
in
Well,
Costa Rica.
He was alive at some point in Costa Rica.
what? Oh, is that true?
I don't.
Okay, well, so it's weird, and I promise we'll get back to Hollowbox, but me and Daniel were just talking about this. So my buddy Fernando...
I have a feeling that Carol Baskins would love Hollow Oaks.
they-
I don't know if I want that endorsement,
I
but
don't think
sure.
you want her in there, but I
Who
mean,
doesn't love
I
her?
think she would love
Well-
it. Like she'd walk in and she'd be like, "This place is great.
Well,
I'm crazy."
Let's start off by saying this is not factual information. It's not proven.
No.
And this is something that she said a year
This
ago.
is an internet like tall tale. It's just spinning out of control right now.
But she said this a year ago in some British TV interview or whatever a year ago, and then she had some sort of document. She's like, "This is from federal Homeland Security."
Yeah.
And then apparently like Snopes reached out, and Homeland Security has not made any statement, and there's no other proof beyond what she just said in an interview.
Right.
But the weird part is that all of a sudden it just went viral this week. For no reason.
No.
Everybody just started spreading it around. Even my friends were like, they found Carol Baskin's husband in Costa Rica. I'm like, really?
it's the
I
same-
swore she did it. Like,
it's-
everybody.
It's like the same
Why?
vibe I get when like about every 3 years a celebrity that isn't dead, it comes up that they're dead.
Yeah.
Like it's like one of those things,
But-
where it just gets a little traction.
But
and
that hasn't happened.
Not in a minute, not in a minute.
Because people just search it real quick because they're so used to the old.
I think this happened
hoax.
because people want him to be alive, right?
Well, I mean, the conspiracy theorist in me goes, it only became viral now because they're like, hey, we'll just drop this and have everybody look over here while we're doing something shady over here. So anytime something like this goes viral, I'm like, what are they wanting me
Smoke
not
show.
to pay attention
What's the
to?
smoke show here? Yeah, what are you doing in the back?
Well-
You're raising my taxes.
What me and Daniel realized from the Bob Saget incident last year.
Did you guys know we killed Bob Saget?
No, come on.
It was insane.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I know. That
Is-
is the rumor.
Is that
He's in Costa Rica.
these kind of stories, they start and one media agency releases it, and they all just copy each other
Yeah.
instantly without even
It's a
like
copy and
checking
paste
it.
scenario, yeah.
And then that has something to do with it, and also it must be just like something that everybody universally just wanted to spread at the same time because I got it from my friends. I saw it on the
want
BDM
him to be
page
alive, right? Like that's why
just to prove people wrong because
I think it's a better story. Like your
it's a
friends,
way better
right? So your
story.
friends
yeah.
that said, "Hey, did you hear?" Like you want to, I think as a human, you want to be the person carrying the note that nobody else knows, and you want to be the person that delivers that news. There's a certain chemical that is released when you say that. So I think that
Because we all want to disappear to Costa Rica with $1 million and never be found again.
Why do you
Possibly.
watch a whole world get involved with your murder?
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think people, though, human nature is you want to, check this out. Oh, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah, and it's like,
sipping my taste.
most things aren't that. Most things are not that not that exciting. Most things are pretty gray and pretty boring and like right down the
Yeah.
pipe.
I just imagine him at like the dude at the end of Office Space, like there were big grains of salt. That's what I imagined in my head.
It's always so interesting when something just gets spread around at all the same time for no reason, because it could easily be, if you research it a little bit, you're like, oh, okay, this is just something she said.
Yeah, but like
in
the
an interview
thing
is not
the thing that harms it
proven
the
or
most
anything.
to me is that when you go to like a website, and I know a lot of people say like, well, you can't believe Snopes, that's part of the problem, like whatever. I'm just gonna use it. So if you go to Snopes and you look at it, it just says like unsolved or like it
Or
basically
in review.
throws it in the air and says maybe, which doesn't help at all. You know, that's when people go like, he is there.
You know, the first thing that I think everybody should do when something unbelievable happens and you hear about it is you should just look to see if everybody's talking about it. For instance, like when Daryl Hamlin got injured on that game, it like you could tell it was a real story even if you had no idea what the NFL, just from the mass amounts of people on your own social media mentioning it, and the fact that it's just like pockets of things of like a sensational story that everybody knows about because everybody knows this Tiger King story. Yeah, it would be everywhere in your social media, and because it's in pockets, I feel like that's the first. Like you should raise suspicion that this is not
because it's not
warranted
so it's not fully mainstream.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We got to figure out a better way to vet stories that we hear and stop from spreading around because
the chat room thinks you're stupid for thinking that people use critical thinking skills.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I know they don't, but but like
the chat room is basically saying what you're asking for is something that will never happen. Maybe it will if we train ourselves, I guess.
Well, look at how many people vote. Less than 20% of the population votes, but we all bitch about it on the internet.
Right.
Anyway.
Oh, yeah. You're talking to one of them, right there.
No, why are you saying that?
Yeah, part of the problem.
Like, it's man, who cares?
Yeah, this guy. Puff Daddy was trying to get him rock the boat. And he's like, no, I'm not rocking nothing. I hate you, Puff Daddy. You hate Puff Daddy. That's another fact that people don't know is Tom.
P. Diddy.
One of Tom's mortal enemies is Puff Daddy. Ever since he went through.
Because you keep calling him by the wrong name.
Oh, is it Diddy? It's just Diddy now.
It's just Diddy.
Diddy said the reason Tom hates Diddy is because Diddy is a massive proponent of tantric sex.
What's wrong with
No,
that?
come on.
Can't get into it. Can't get in.
So
is
guy
Pat?
who played Barney.
Because he was pointing at you. So is Chef Pat.
He just sent me a TikTok. We're TikTok friends.
Okay.
But no, the guy that played Barney in costume.
Oh,
he has
yeah.
Like
yeah. No, he does like.
Workshop.
Oh, it's weird.
Wink, wink.
It's weird.
The guy in the suit who played Barney now has tantric sex.
He
workshops.
like for like a work session, you pay whatever the money, and he promises you X amount of
X.
But the tantric community is mad at him because he's encouraging unprotected connection because he thinks it's essential, which is a big
see, you were getting scared, and she's just taking us through she's giving us the knowledge. This is like a documentary.
I'm all hoping you're imagining him in
Ask
costume.
Barney. Ask Barney.
It's called Ask Barney. Don't never ask Barney.
And let's switch topics. I'm trying to help.
Sponsored by Holler Box.
Got him.
So, spaghetti ice cream.
He's rattled. Why did you just scream?
So why does asparagus soup?
Okay.
That's a good segue.
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
All right.
So I know last year
crying.
we mentioned that a great Valentine's Day gift to your partner would be
It might be one of the best.
would be like just setting
Barney
up a
works.
simple picnic. Like people panic and then think they're like, oh my god, I don't know what to do, and then they throw like too much money.
You get a bunch of garbage. You come home, you bought your wife a.
Well, I saw on like even the BDM page, someone was talking about buying tickets to a concert, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm gonna should I buy tickets?
I saw
it's
this.
$160 a ticket, and then it's like the hotel room. You're over $1,000.
It was Chris Rock tickets, and it was like, man, I don't know what to do. You're gonna be spending like $700.
Yeah, and not only the tickets
for Thanksgiving.
It's okay for Thanksgiving.
For Valentine's Day, my God, man.
So with tickets to that, and then a dinner, and then if you stay in a hotel, you're over $1,000.
For sure.
When you could do something as simple as a picnic date with your partner, and choose a cool spot. It could be a free spot.
Yeah, Sanford's got a lot of cool spots. So you can just sit outside in the good weather,
and then
eat some yummy grub, maybe drink a delicious German beer.
Live music everywhere.
Either at Hollowbox or pick something up.
We never talk about. I brought this up last time you guys were in. I like eating outside at y'all's place. Like, even though I know the upstairs is brand new and you have all these, I like just being out on the road. Like maybe I'm just basic, but that's
OG
my
Hollowbox.
That is OG Hollowbox. You sit on the road outside. It's beautiful, and it's just God, I love it. And you
bring your pee-pee dog to the sidewalk.
Oh, I can. I can bring my pee-pee.
You can bring the pee-pee dog.
Oh, and he's so well behaved. He's so sweet. He would do nothing. He's just like my old pee-pee dog.
Or the beer garden upstairs. That's a beautiful spot.
Well, that's where I go when I'm just to get some serious beer.
Yeah, but it's like even picking up something from the market, putting together something. What would you suggest, Pat? If you were gonna put together a cool picnic.
Yeah. Put it out there. If you wanted to impress the lady, what would you do?
So I would get some salami, get some baguette or some brochin, some of the
sexy.
nice.
I almost
salami.
laughed when you said salami.
Salami.
Oh my gosh.
Show off the salami. We've got
Everybody laughed at that.
really, really good cheeses, salamis, smoked hams, all kinds of different breads, brochins, multi-grain rolls, pretzels, get some beer or wine, get some cheese.
Well, I love your picnic idea. What a perfect way to like kind of build your own picnic pack and have like a really
You know
kind of
what
special
sucks?
experience.
You know what sucks is Tom came up with a picnic idea. He's never done that, and if his wife hears that, she's gonna be mad.
No,
mad.
I've thought about it before. Every year, I think about it.
I mean,
I'm thinking
so
about it now.
we have a bit of a problem that his wife says that he's just not naturally thoughtful. But I swear to God, what he just did was pretty thoughtful. He just doesn't apply it to his family.
You know what the problem is? I don't like eating sitting down on a blanket.
How about a boat, Nick? How about a boat, Nick?
A boat, Nick.
You
All
take
right.
it onto the boat, do it on the boat.
He doesn't drive his boat.
Like-
In fact, in the calendar,
Use the salami to drive the boat.
Like I don't
that's called the Pam Anderson.
I don't like sitting down with my legs crossed. Like it's uncomfortable.
You don't like sitting crisscross
Sure.
applesauce?
No,
They
no.
make fun of me because I sit like this my
You
whole
do?
life.
I sit like that. I
in
put
a,
one
in a
leg
booth.
under. Yeah.
No, I do. My wife's like, I never noticed. You never have both feet down. I'm like, no, I can't. Like literally, I can't
Or
So
sit.
you
Okay,
sit Indian style like this.
Oh, all
No,
the
no, no.
time.
Eric, what Greg Costanza pose did he do in our meeting
Yeah,
yesterday?
he was just on a counter, like lounging like George Costanza on like a bearskin rug.
having a
During our
serious
meeting, we're like
conversation.
talking
Yeah,
about.
I mean, Pat's
so what
got
are the
a
numbers
little-
looking like for this year?
Yeah,
and he's
Pat-
just like, that's how his posture was. It was great.
Well, he's confident.
I was
He's a
sitting on the
confident man.
floor in a split, so I mean,
yeah.
I can't really talk.
And also, can we come up with a different term besides crisscross applesauce? It's
Well,
such
we
a
did have
baby
another-
term.
we did have
No,
another
I know,
term.
yeah, but I'm
This-
not-
this is
besides-
already
That
okay,
is-
I know, but besides from the style, I realize
Yeah.
we can't say
We
what kind
have-
of style it is. But can we say something else besides?
Indigenous people style.
No,
okay?
there is another style that my daughter said, and it was like what you know. British people are just when they say things, it's like that's the lift, you know, or that's the what. There's other ones.
The lorry.
Yeah, the lorry. Yeah, it's just like it's
The
cut.
boot of the call.
Yeah, let's cut to the like when you're like a jungle gym. That's not a jungle gym. That's a climbing frame. You know, like it makes sense. So like maybe you need something like that. Like Maisie had one a different term she used for it. It was called like sit down crossways or sit down X. I don't
Pretzel pose.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
No.
Make up whatever we want.
know. I know what you want to say.
I don't want to say anything. So
Maybe the picnic was a bad idea.
Cleveland style,
Okay, all right.
Guardian style, Guardian style.
Style. That doesn't make any sense.
let's end with some German beer, because I'm like, if you were going to suggest, Pat, the traditional German beer,
Man, there's so many.
What brands? Like, I'm not even exactly sure.
Or what styles, maybe?
I know when I was in Germany, I had a beer that had a metal latch on the top with a cork in it, and I was like, man, that's
Oh, what, like the
Like the growler type, or like
yeah,
I know what you.
but it was a regular
Like a Grolsch
single
or
serving
something?
bottle,
Sure.
but it had like a latch top with a.
I like
a
that, 'cause
cork.
when
We've
I
got a
look-
couple like that at the market with the latch top on them.
when I look at those, I'm like, these people worked harder. Like that's because, like, you know, like if you get like a
I don't want
regular,
to throw that away.
when you get
Like,
a twist off beer, you're like, this was too easy.
Yeah, yeah.
When you get that, you're like, well, obviously these people.
I wonder if Germany did like you just throw that bottle away. It's got a latch on it. Like, you
Yeah,
have to
no,
keep that.
take the
right?
latch on, put the latch
they
in your pocket.
recycle
Europeans
everything
are way ahead of us
religiously.
on
Yeah.
recycling.
What do they do? Put the latch in your pocket and then put the bottle in your wife's purse. I don't know. What do you do to?
They have kiosks on the sidewalk that immediately
Yeah.
deposit them, and you get money back.
Can
and
I
they
just
actually
drink on
get
the
sorted
street? Can I
properly.
just walk down the street drinking a
In
beer?
some cities.
I don't
I'm
know.
sure they're like us. It depends on. The
I do it in Baldwin all the time, but you know,
I'm fighting
this-
for open container in Sanford. It makes so much.
Do you think it would
sense.
happen? Okay, all right. We'll get to that some other time.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, all right.
I thought that was already over.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
What? It's not.
Don't look
only
at my golf
only
cart.
on your golf cart, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do people still burn multicolored candles that the wax
Yes.
drips out, and then at
Yes,
the
I
end you
do that.
display? My
I do
mom
that.
used to do
I
that.
do
Like, I
that.
haven't
I
seen
am
that in a
currently
while.
doing that right now.
Okay, well, why don't we do that?
And I also have
Can we
Pizza
sell
Hut,
those?
Pizza Hut tablecloths and red cups jumps that when they bounce on the ground, they bounce for 3 hours.
Well, now we know you didn't actually decorate the the Air T&D.
No.
Otherwise, it would look like an Italian
He's an idea
bistro
man.
from 1980.
I want to put a highlighter and liquor bottles.
My best chair until I moved out of my mother's house was an old Pizza Hut green bottom brown S-back chair.
Oh, yeah.
100%. We raised pigs in dumpster dove when I was a kid.
Nice.
And Pizza Hut for the day-old dough and stuff. Oh, the pigs love that fermenty yeasty dough.
Oh, I bet they do. Just
Because
call
they're
me a
pigs,
pig.
pizza
I love
Hut.
a fermented yeasty dough.
Sometimes
I'm a
I
little
forget
pizza
your
daddy.
fifth generation Florida cracker over there.
Oh,
Say
I
something
had
nice.
some moments in life.
Yeah. Those breadsticks. Oh my God, the Pizza Hut breadsticks. There's a sweetness to them. I don't even know
they're
what it
good.
is. Yeah, they are good, but they're garbage. But they're good.
I've been seeing
the
those
best
memes
garbage.
where it's like, vintage Wendy's with the sunrooms and Pizza
Yeah.
Hut from 1990.
Well,
It's like, what a special time in fast food.
I don't think we have enough time to talk about it. We got to get you back in here. We'll talk about Super Bar at Wendy's was my favorite thing
Oh
on
my
the planet.
God.
Super Bar was the best thing in the world. Where you go there, and while my dad's enjoying a hamburger with just meat and at
Extra
least
salt.
2 tablespoons of salt on the top of it, like 2 full tablespoons. And then for me, I would go to Super Bar and I'd have tacos, spaghetti, nachos.
Put the spaghetti on
Chili
the taco.
on
Oh
the
yeah, whatever I
nachos.
want. I'm eating like a
Spaghetti.
slob. Yeah, I would eat. I'd eat the spaghetti. I
You're like
wouldn't
Buddy the
finish
Elf.
it.
It made church worth it.
Oh, it was after soccer. We'd go after soccer, and I would gorge myself. I would literally just go. I would eat like 9
Yeah.
tacos, a plate of spaghetti.
It was back in the day when 35-year-olds used to work at fast food places. You know what I'm saying? Like, there
It was a more respectable job,
They
yeah.
can make spaghetti. So it was like not anymore. Last question. So because a lot of people don't realize how popular Hollow Box is, and you're like, hey, let's just go down to Hollow Box.
Zip down there.
It's Friday night at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
No reservation. I'm just gonna
slide
show
in,
up.
slide out. It'll take us
Yeah,
15
good.
minutes.
Easy.
So let's just talk about what the best way if you are going to
question.
plan on eating dinner on a busy night on Friday, Saturday.
Eric, you got a good spiel for this.
Yeah. What do you think the best?
Well, first
thing?
of all, there is a wait on that time. We do have 800 seats, so hopefully it goes by pretty quick.
700.
Yeah.
Legally.
Sorry, 700 seats.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
you lost 100, Eric. What happened?
know.
It goes fast, but it's
But,
a
also,
resident-
Barometric pressure.
We got the great bar. The market's still open at
Yep.
that hour, so you can get a little shopping in, check all that stuff out. We're redoing our little cardboard cutouts, so you can get some pictures.
saw that.
Wearing fake Lederhosen and
My
dirndls and
mom
stuff
did
like
it.
that.
She's so cute.
Which color did they end up? I
Blue.
voted blue. I voted for blue. I think I voted for blue.
Is the same
Uh-oh, I
music?
hope I didn't vote for red.
Is the same music
How could
schedule still the same? I know.
7 nights
7
a
nights.
week.
Okay. Yeah.
7 nights. Holy crap.
And we got what do we call it? Nick at Night.
Yeah, Nick at
on
Nacht.
the week- Nick at
Nick
Nacht.
at Nacht.
Yeah.
On the weeknights now,
Yeah.
and Jimmy Neckart's still on the weekends.
Yeah.
Man,
Awesome.
you guys
So
that's insanity, man.
it's an experience. If you haven't been to Hollow Box or you haven't
Yeah.
been in a while,
It's a
you-
German
yeah.
theme park
Yeah.
of food and fun.
Yeah.
Basically, it is a theme park at this. When are you guys
We're
putting in
working
the Alpine coaster or something? Yeah. An Alpine
Hey,
coaster.
we're trying to get a Chris Kringle Mart with an ice skating rink
Right.
and a giant real pyramid. So I mean, we got plenty. of
Awesome.
things,
Yeah. Hell
Awesome.
yeah, that would be awesome.
And when you're there, make sure to ask for a pen. By the way, we're probably getting low on the
Very
latest
low.
pens. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
new
we
one.
should make I'll talk to
Yeah.
Pabon
I want to
today.
go out of the box this
Okay,
time.
what do you think?
I don't know. I just want to go crazy.
God, what have we done? We've done
We've done soccer balls. We've done beer steins. We've done sausages. We've done pretzels. We've done
White
Gummy
asparagus
bears.
and gummy
White
bears.
asparagus.
gummy
Yeah,
bears,
yeah.
white asparagus.
Yeah.
Maybe
Beers,
the
drinking
next one will
beers.
be wings for an undisclosed reason.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Little Tom and
Yeah.
Dan wings. I don't know how Pabon would do
I'm
that.
a
sure he
flat.
could.
I'm a
It's-
flat.
Oh, I'm a drumming.
No, it's
Yeah. You're basic.
curly fry and tater tot in the mornings.
I'm tater tot. I love it. I've
Oh,
always
curly fry hair.
Yeah, you are
I
curly.
love it.
What do you think of Tom's
You're
hair?
both seasoned.
Is
that's for
Tom's
sure.
hair becoming a little Kim Jong Un?
No, it's my product.
Only when he gets angry.
Yeah, it's a little Kim Jong-un. I caught him testing nukes in the bathroom.
My wife buys me these different hair products, and then
What's
I just
this one? Bedhead?
no, I just
What do
put
you
them
got?
in.
Is this
this
Dep?
one-
He's got a jug of Dep.
Well, at least now we know what she's getting you for Valentine's Day.
I need to blow dry it, so it's
Oh,
poofy and
huge.
dry.
You need
because
huge Conan O'Brien hair.
it's too greasy, and then I keep messing with it, and then it slicks back. I get the oon. Like
It's the oon. You get a full oon.
I
It's like
need
Roger from Doug.
Yeah.
I need the Conan dry poof.
Yeah, you need
yeah,
a
yeah.
dryer. It's too oony right now.
But to poof it, you need to put blow dry with hairspray
I
or
wonder
something.
like annually how much Conan spends on his hair, like, or at least his team spends on doing his hair.
Well,
I
that's
bet
the
it's a
thing.
lot.
That's got to be a byline and a budget somewhere, right?
I bet it's a lot, man, because that curl has been. It's like it's now his
Signature.
logo. It's like his
Yeah.
logo now.
Yeah, but I need someone to do it for me. Like
I'll do
does.
it. You get here in the morning, I'll blow dry your hair.
Just spray
You know
it, I'll
what?
press it on
Maybe that's a
Twitch.
new sponsorship.
Would people? Do you think if Tom and I started an OnlyFans, do you think people would watch
Yes.
me
No, come
do
on.
his hair? We're not naked. or
Sure.
anything.
Shirtless, yeah.
Or
sure.
maybe we just do it in the
No.
stream.
No, Porky Pig in it.
I'll just do your hair.
Yeah.
I mean, I would
pay for that.
tastefully do it with just
While eating
Yeah.
salami from Hollywood.
Okay,
All
Yuri, I would take my clothes off and do your hair.
This got too wild, Christine. You enabled Daniel to go too far.
No, this is
Yeah.
awesome. Like,
No,
this
no,
is a
I
show
normally
right here.
I
We're
keep
doing
it.
a show.
Yeah.
We're
I
having fun.
I keep it in the lane.
No,
It's,
no, no.
You know, we're
No,
supposed to
just
be
look,
promoting
we're-
Holobox. You know,
Yeah, we are.
OnlyFans. Anyway, guys, thanks so much. It rattled me.
You blew his own off.
We just want to see the hair move.
Thanks for coming in.
Come try our sausages.
Holobox Willow Tree Cafe in downtown Sanford. Everybody knows where it's at.
Yeah, sir. Go to the Hollow Block, have some fun, and when you do, make sure you let us know.
Yeah, and we'll be right back with more corporate time.
Awesome. We're still on Twitch, but
Hi.
good job, y'all. That was great.
That was fun.
That was super fun. You are hilarious.
Of course, Patrick is mad when I'm here
Keep it
because
fun.
he doesn't get to talk as much.
No, you're fine.
I try to do nods to the assist.
Where's this go, T?
That'll be Monday through.
Monday 3.
Yeah.
All right.
Boopity boop. Yeah, I'm excited about checking out our gas station now. Oh, now you've got a fun hair thing going on.
Have fun.
Yeah.
That's what happens to me.
I don't need this anymore.
Yeah, good luck with today. And,
Yeah, good luck with everything, y'all. Good luck.
See
with
you on
that.
Sunday. For
Yeah, I'm looking
Sofas.
forward to it.
I'm very excited with that banter. That my first nickname was not brought up there. You know. Yeah.
His, I call him DT
Oh,
still,
yeah.
but he had quite a little.
Debatable. Yeah, and this was back in like 2009 when he was just an adorable,
You're fired.
reality show host,
Oh.
and not, anyone else.
Like, but we called you DT for so long, I even forgot
Yeah.
that that's what the initials stood for.
That's funny.
Oh, hashtag never forget.
But I also feel like if I look back at it now, like what an HR nightmare, because like you had only been working for us for like maybe a month, maybe less than that, and we're like, oh, Eric's so nice and fun, but his hairstyle is really like goofy. So like we passed around an envelope.
Oh, yeah, that's right,
Like
yeah.
asking people what we
I
thought
did agree to
Eric's
this,
hair
so,
should look like, and like put it in an envelope and like wrote it, and we're like, here, take that to your barber. So it came from such
Yeah.
a kind place, but also like, ooh, if you did that now in this woke culture, I don't know how that would be.
Right, and you bully this guy in an envelope.
That's fine, My first night ever working there, when I was drinking with them, and like two of the employees got into a fight, and I had to drive some Russian girl home, and like it was just a weird night.
Well,
So
and also, I hired you based on scoping you out
Yeah.
after your application and seeing that your profile pic on MySpace was
Right,
you
yeah,
drinking Das Boot at
yeah.
the Willow Tree. So before you even came in, I'm like, yeah, he's hired.
This works.
Who thought?
it was a horse and that girl Moose's boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
somebody headbutted someone or something, and
Horse
like,
got headbutted.
yeah, and then it was like he bought him a shot of 151 to apologize, but then he threw up or something. It was a whole like weird night. Like I don't know.
Oh, the
Good times
early
for
2000s. What a time to be
Yeah.
alive.
No, so the guy asked Chris for a cigarette.
No, it's different. That was a different night
Oh, he
actually.
got
Apparently,
headbutted
there's been
twice.
multiple headbutts. Yeah.
But he told him no, and this guy's like, headbutt. And just
He announces
He
the
called
move
it headbutt.
before he does it.
19-year-old Poke was with me,
Freeze ray.
and he was about ready to fight that
The
guy.
end of this couch.
It's the deepest, most horrible
I
couch.
have heels on today too, so it's like an extra
Love you,
leverage.
good seeing you too. Always a pleasure.
Awesome. Super fun.
Thanks for coming in, y'all.
Thank you very much. Good to see you too.
We're doing the Science Center thing, right? Saturday,
Excuse me. All right, guys. What's next? What are we doing?
I've got an anniversary fundraiser for the theater on Saturday and Derek Daniels' birthday that night. And then Sunday I'll be your sofa setting.
Cool. Awesome. Perfect. We'll see you guys out there. If you need anything, just let us know.
Cheers.
Thanks.
See you guys. Oh, I just saw this. I didn't know Alec Baldwin will be charged with involuntary manslaughter.
Really?
Yeah. That's what they're saying.
Like they had to have shown some sort of negligence, right?
Yeah, I would imagine if he's being charged.
How does that happen?
I don't know. The armorer is going to get the same charge. So the armorer will get a involuntary manslaughter charge, and he will face a involuntary manslaughter charge.
I wonder if he was a director or whatever, right?
He was involved more than I think people think. Yeah,
He's not just he
No,
wasn't an
I think he
actor,
put some money up. I think he's an actor in there. I think he was a part of the back end of it. I think he was propping up the thing.
So I guess when you're in charge of something, you're in charge of the safety
what
of
makes
your crew, right?
That's how we think of it, right? If something goes wrong here, we're the guys,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's the way it works.
And then also you're the one that pulled the trigger on the. It's I mean the whole thing is a sad, crazy thing.
Oh, I spelled Christina wrong. Sorry. I was typing fast. They were asking who that was. I'm like,
Oh.
We didn't say? I thought we said.
I said at the
Yeah, we
beginning.
said. All right, what do you want to do now?
Well,
Wait.
we can just do some generic.
Do you want to finish off that
Yeah.
15 minutes off the end of that Christina Hollebach?
Let's do 15 minutes of voicemail, and then we'll be good to go.
All right, let me get my voicemails. Okay, I got some emails too. If you want me to do those, I can do both. Can we do a little of both?
We get. I mean, for 15 minutes, it's just voicemail is fine because I'm sure we're gonna tangent into a bunch of shit. So.
Alrighty, buddy. Why don't you bring us back? Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do some emails.
All right, buddy. If you want to leave us voicemails, emails, stuff like that, super easy. show@tomandan.com for emails. That's the easiest one. Voicemails, 2 ways to do it. You can call the studio, 1-844-TOMNDAN. That's 1-844-TOMNDAN. Or you can use our app. Our app is free. All of our content's on there. We're doing our best to try and make that better into the new year. But there's a feature on the app called Mediocre Messages. You just hold down the button where it says Mediocre Messages, talk into your phone, and through the magic of email, it will email us your voicemail message, much like this one right here.
Yeah, which I was.
Oh, hold on. Hold on 1 second.
What was that?
That was us talking.
Oh.
In the new version of whatever's playing here, it did not get rid of the volume, so I got to figure that out.
I'll mention that I just started preparing for BDM Appreciation Week 2.0, better than ever. And
Is that what you're calling it? 2.0 better than ever?
And so if you're not a BDM, sign up.
Hold on. There we go. Okay. I got to fix. I appreciate the assist there, buddy. Let's go with this one right here.
Hey guys, BDM Daniel checking in. Dan, you were talking about one of your weekend adventures, and you were talking about how May got a message about your Dino D job being done or being completed. And
Let me make sure bring people up to speed. I was printing something on my daughter's 3D printer, and it was like something a little more adult, but I didn't realize that 3D printer would send text message notifications to her iPad letting her know that I was finished printing something that was rather adult.
her texting you about it reminded me of a story. I'll try and make it quick. We were in the car one day. I was just running some errands, and it was me and my wife, my kids. My daughter at the time was about 10. It was a couple years ago. She's 12 now. So we were in the car, and she was like, "Hey, can I play a song on the radio?" And, you know, from time to time, we let her take control of the radio, and she has a playlist that she plays. And I says, "Yeah, sure. What do you want to listen to?" She says, "Can you play WAP?" I said, "What?" And she said, "I want to hear WAP." And I said, "What do you know about?"
Isn't it WAP? WAP is a derogatory terminology, I felt like. You're not supposed to say that.
Well, he means the wet ass. P
No,
word.
but I thought that would be WAP.
Yeah, but he's
Not
just a
WAP.
nerd. He's just a nerd dad that doesn't understand it.
okay.
And she's like, "Well, I like the song. I like the beat, and I want to hear it." And I was like, no, we're not going to play that. She's like, well, I've already heard it. I already listened to it. I like the song. Anyways,
You ain't playing no
fine,
damn WAP.
We're going to play it. We'll play the edited version for you because you're not playing the original. She says, no, I don't like the edited version because they blur out the words.
I don't like the edited WAP.
And it doesn't sound right, which I get because I'm kind of the same way. I like to hear my original songs unedited. So yeah, I'm feeling a little disappointed.
What do you? Why? Is it really that big of a deal? I mean, she's 10. You're having an argument with her.
That particular song, I
first
could
of all,
see-
get the name of the song right if you even want to have a chance at this argument. If you're coming into the argument with your daughter saying, "You ain't listening to no damn WAP," then you've already lost. The only way that you can win in those scenarios is to know exactly what they're talking about. You have to be fully immersed in it, and you have to know all the definitions. You have to know exactly what you're up against. That way, they can't find any loopholes, right? They're already laughing at you. You see my point? If you come to a 10-year-old or 12-year-old and you say, hey, you ain't listening to WAP, then they're already laughing at you because they know you already got it. You're already done. You haven't even started. It's like not writing your name on the SAT.
Well,
You're already failed.
but also they're 10, so just say no, absolutely not. It's an adult song.
Yeah, but you
That's
don't
it.
do that. You would probably go like, all right, don't tell your mama.
No. That
if it made them happy.
no. Because that is
Yeah, you draw the line on
that's
that.
different. That particular song is different just from the name. Than like I'll let them listen to uncensored songs. Like Justin Bieber's Peaches. Or whatever, like they listen to that uncensored, and like other songs that are uncensored, and we don't care that. But that particular
It's a little egregious.
statement, it's beyond just bad words.
Yeah,
And now
it's a concept.
It's a concept that is impossible to explain to a minor, and you shouldn't explain to them, or they shouldn't really even hear so much, so they're even curious about that concept.
Correct. Yeah, we don't need to light that fuse.
Yeah. Just the word by itself, you could be like, not that bad. But those, words together is like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially with a girl. Like I don't have a girl, so but with a girl,
I don't think you can. I don't think it matters, girl or boy. I don't think you can even make an argument of which one's worse.
Well, if I had a girl, I feel like I would rather
I understand what you're
shield
saying,
her from
but,
that than
yeah.
my boys.
I understand what you're saying, but
Yeah.
I don't think it matters. Let's see what this guy says.
I feel like I've failed as a father,
Oh.
and just thinking, wow, I can't believe this is happening. So, needless to say, we played the song for her because obviously she's already heard it. And this little 10-year-old B daughter of mine was singing along every word, which was like, wow.
Okay, yeah, I can see. Okay, I see where he's going with this, and I can honestly say.
Why'd you play the song?
That if
don't talk about
he
it.
said she'd already heard it, so he decided I'm going to play it, and then he called her a B, which I understand. There's heat. You're allowed. That's your family, and the song is playing, and she's rapping it, probably because you put up the wall, right? You said no, you can't. So the daughter, if I'm the daughter, I'm going to lean in a little bit to get under your skin, right, and rap every word perfectly, right? Isn't that what kids do?
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you hit the nail. You should have just said, no, we're not playing it.
Well, and I'm not naive, or so naive that I think that the kids aren't playing this for each other, or they're not exposed to it at school or with their friends.
I don't think
or,
Maisie is, because she is very...
Well, she's too young. I mean, the difference between 7 and 10, you're really surprised. By the time where she's 10 and hanging out with 10-year-olds, like my niece is 10.
Yeah.
And then, her maturity level compared to my son's is huge.
Yeah, no, what I mean, though, is that she has this thing, and I don't know where she got it, because I didn't do it. But you would think that my daughter, if anything, would be maybe a little more liberal with the curse words or concepts or whatever. And she is the exact opposite of that. She is just like her mother. She does not ever curse. In fact, if she hears cursing, she is offended and angry at it and wants it gone.
Okay.
She sees my F That's Delicious shirt. She's angry at it. Says you should not be wearing that. I don't know where. But see, that goes back to your old argument about how does this stuff get in their brains. I never did. I don't do that. If she were to say that, I would have a talk with her, right? But I don't draw a line in the sand. We've never had an issue. We've never had a problem. I don't know where she got that. It's strange. It is. If she hears it on TV, she'll immediately throw her hands up and say, like, "Oh my God, Why are they doing like it's a thing? It's a problem.
Yeah, it's age, and then it's like your peers are gonna start having more influence, or the girls she dances with and stuff as they get older. But listen, I know they're like, I'm not gonna bear. I'd rather just not hear them listen to it, or me not be involved in it. Like
that's
whatever.
fair.
Like
that was kind of my dad's take. My dad's take was kind of like, look, I know this is gonna happen, but not around me. It was very simple.
Yeah.
It's like, look,
Because
I know you have.
I'm not going to allow it to happen.
Yeah, my dad was like, I know you have an NWA cassette tape. I know you like the lyric, I need a copter so I can get away clean and take some pee along, if you know what I mean. But not around me. Not in my car, not in my boat, not around me. If you're in your room alone, yeah, it's fine. When I walk in, turn it off. I don't want to hear it.
Now,
it was a little bit like that.
Ultimately, I think none of it matters because
no, I know.
Like, and I know everybody's different, and it's all, it's all different. But like, I never had rules growing up or parenting rules about anything to listen to, watch, or whatever. I could just do whatever I want, right? And I was fine, right? Now,
right.
Some people could not be fine, and some people could be sheltered and then turn. It's all different. I don't believe there's any correlation with, kids being exposed to songs with dirty lyrics or any of that to how they grow up or who they are as a person.
I agree,
right?
but I remember.
I honestly think who they are as a person is so ingrained into them from birth that
there is a lot of that.
That there's barely any change based on there's some change, but not as much based on their environment. Is really just the person you are.
From our Twitch chat room, and we're live on Twitch and YouTube every single day. You can tune in, just search at Tom and Dan Live. Ghost in our Twitch chat room says, when I was about 10 years old, my parents watched the Howard Stern Private Parts movie right in front of me. I've never looked at big speakers the same way since. That is a hard flex, man. That happened to me a couple of times, but it was always an accident. It was always my dad's fault for not, being a bit oblivious. He was like Tom, just sort of an oblivious, hard-working Florida man, and he would bring home Delta Force and all these crazy movies.
Well, he didn't know what was in him.
He doesn't
because there's no internet.
Well, also, he didn't care to research it, and that's just like you. You would just pick it up, look at it, and be like, there's a Jeep on the cover. You're like, this looks good, and bring it home.
Well, in the 80s, there was no
way to
know what's in the movie. Where are you going to go?
No internet. Yeah. You're just like, is this good? What's it? What's it rated? R? What's in it?
Are you going to ask maybe you ask the manager of the Hollywood video?
We would.
They'll know.
Box office video.
Box office? Maybe that's the only way. And then whatever they told you that's the only research you could possibly do.
Dude, I think that's why I miss video stores, is because I really did enjoy the recommendation of the expert. There used to be College Park Video. I think I'm getting the name wrong. There used to be a place here in town called College Park Video, and it was like the last remaining DVD, Blu-ray store, VHS you could go in. And this was in that sweet spot, I want to say 2001, 2003 maybe.
Yeah.
Somewhere around in there, or early 2000s. And you'd go in there, they'd have action figures and all kinds of crazy stuff, but they'd also have just tons of very rare, crazy DVDs that you could still rent.
Yeah.
So you could get foreign films and horror movies and
just weird things you'd never heard of.
And it was so good. Now I understand that the internet is that now, but the difference was there was a guy in there, and you'd go up to the guy and you'd go up there with the movie, and he'd be like, I don't know, man. He's like, look, we have this. You don't want this. Here's what you want. And he'd hand you something.
Yeah.
And that's how I found out about Old Boy, the Korean film.
Yeah.
That's where I got it.
Yeah.
He hands it to me. This is what you want to watch. Remember that? When you'd have a guy, he's like, you don't want this. You want this.
They curate something for you. I think there is something.
You think that will swing back? The curation will, or is that going on now on the internet?
That's going on now. Yeah,
but if you kill the human aspect of it, right? I think you change the energy of it, right? There's so many repositories and libraries on the internet that I could go to, but it's not the same exchange.
And the problem now is everything is being curated to your personal tastes, and you might say that's better, but the problem is now you're not getting exposed to anything outside your own personal
Boom.
taste and
That's
bubbles,
it.
right?
That's exactly it.
So it's like that person at Hollywood Video or the box office.
Yeah, it was College Park Video.
Like,
I got it right.
Like they don't know you, so they're just suggesting something they like, right? And you're never getting suggested by the internet algorithm something someone else likes. It's only something you like.
Right.
So it's only based on what you've watched or pushed or said or, everything, So in one aspect, it's awesome because it's really tailored to you.
Yeah.
But you never get exposed to anything outside of your own bubble, and that creates a problem. It's bizarre.
Yeah, it is bizarre. I think you're right. I think it's different for different people. I think there can be some people that the algorithm for like Spotify, iTunes, and even like Netflix is perfect. And then I think there's some people like me where I'm so different that it'll never get me right. Because I like a bunch of different stuff. I watched, last night, I watched The Last of Us, the first episode of that. I'm not going to say anything. I want to wait till everybody's seen it so we can discuss it. But it was good. But then there are other shows that I've watched that I'm like The Crown. I would never pick The Crown. But I've watched an episode of The Crown with Andrea and been like, damn, that was really enjoyable. That was really good, but I would have never have been suggested that because the outward things that I choose on Netflix they're none of that.
Maybe from you talking about it with Andrea, because it goes deeper to just what you've watched. There is an element of it picks up things you say.
Sure.
So if you're talking about The Crown one day, it's getting logged in there. It'd be fascinating to learn exactly how all of it works and
I think it would help us if we understood the algorithm. Then maybe we wouldn't feel like it's cheating us or
because
it's hurting us in some way.
Have companies been open about yes, we record what you're saying and use it for advertising?
I think it's one of those gray area words where it's we all know it's a lie, you know it's a lie, but we never speak. It's you. It's don't talk about it.
But that happens.
Yes.
Yes. Or do we think it happens?
Is this where we turn this show into a QAnon podcast? I've always wanted to. I've been wanting to do that.
There's so much individual personal evidence that we've all had about, and
it happened
our
to
listeners
me.
talk
it
about
happened to me. The biggest it's ever been. Yesterday, I sit down at my laptop in front of the 3D printer as I print some things. I open up my laptop. There's a big ad pops up on the Toy Box app for the one wheel, the new one wheel, and it said "Treat yourself." And I'm
I get it all the time.
We just talked about that.
Yeah. So, and where our listeners will say, I got an ad for this because you guys talked about it. And, my
Navage,
although, they just being paranoid and somehow they researched it or looked it up and they just forgot about it. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to say, but it's something. And we all know.
Yeah, we know.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Nice. That is Monday 4.
Yes.
Gotcha. And are we doing anything else right now?
No, that's it.
We're going to come back later?
Yeah, because I need time to...
All right. Guys, we're going to come back in a little bit, but we very much enjoyed that Hollabuck segment and a little bit more with you guys, and we'll be back a little bit. What else do we have today? I forget. Jana and Jason.
Yeah, we'll be back around 1 o'clock back on